What up, fam? This is JP. We're back for another JP Gaming. Today we're episode 3 of Hearthstone. Yesterday we won with a shaman doing the elemental overload quest. Today we're mixing it up. Still on the quest train. We're looking at Rogue or Warrior Victory. We just need one to complete. And I personally don't play Warrior that often, so Rogue it is. Let's get straight to it. It's going to be standard ladder. I've been having pretty good success early this season, but it's only day 2 or 3. I don't know what time it is. But I got this really fun Miracle Rogue deck that is more of a tempo deck. It doesn't run questing or red mana worms, and it runs no conceals. So you still can get some Miracle type OTKs and plays off of it. Big Van Cleef, for example, or a lot of draw off of your Auctioneer. But what I find more fun is the inclusion of stuff like Shaku. It's a 2/3 for 3. Whenever it swings, it will draw you a card. So I love that value. I love having a board presence. So let's see if we can get the win. Alright, so over and under of it being a shaman, I'm going to say we have 50% chance. Warrior, okay, so that probably means, used to be you'd run into a ton of control warriors, but with Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, everybody's playing pirate package, just like we are. So more than likely we're going to see a pirate warrior. It's extremely dangerous. Sap doesn't do much in this situation because there's not much we need to deal with. They're going face with everything. This we won't have enough time for. This we need to turn patches on and clear some of their board. And this I think might be okay, depending. So let's give it a shot. What would we want to see on this? Stuff that stabilizes us. We're not playing any acidic slime, so we cannot deal with Arcanite Reaper. So we cannot let the game get to a point where we have maybe 15 life. We're dead at that point. So we need to close the game out just as quick as they are. Let's do it. Almost thought about dumping that Fan of Knives also for more aggro, but this should be okay. Prep's a decent pickup. Along with Blood Mage. What might happen here is we could go Blood Mage 2 if it's not answered. Prep. I know we wouldn't even have to, so on 3 we could do a Fan of Knives, and that would be 2 damage because of the spell damage. And that's where we want to be. There's not a lot of 1 damage stuff that we care about. Here comes Patches. And pass. Next turn, probably going to Hero Power, which will enable this guy. Unfortunate, he had Patches. That's the one thing about Patches. You never want him in your opening hand, obviously. And I don't know, it feels like they're out to get you. If you mulligan and Patches is not in your hand, it just feels like there's a high probability that he's coming to join. So like we said, we're just going to dagger up. That gets him 4 damage. He still doesn't have a board, so we're doing pretty good. Fiery War Axe could clear this, but he would take 3 to the damage. And that's a great play. So this is not a control warrior. If they're playing Patches turn 1, not a control warrior. And he's on turn 2, that is a control warrior play. So that means he doesn't have a lot of opening, which is good for us because again we need to close this game out as soon as possible. So let's see what we get off of this guy. He'll bring a random card from a warrior card. It's decent. So now we will Blood Mage, swing for 3, hold the dagger to keep him at 3. And pass turn. Now he can't really establish his board without having to worry about Fan of Knights at 2. Hmm, 4 mana. We lost our 3/2, so we no longer need to worry about losing the dagger. So we're just going to put all we got and dagger up. And not a lot of other action in the game right now. If we can just stall it out, we'll be in pretty good position. We have a lot of stuff to redraw, restock our hand off Gadgetzan. I mean, we're looking at 1, 2, 3 free spells. All right. So here we will Drake. I'm not worried so much about this, and this will force him to clear again so that he can keep our knives off too. Spell damage is what is usually referred to as soft taunt. People don't want spell damage on the board because it's an enabler for really cool plays. So my guess will be he clears using his Heavy Axe and Acidic Swamp Ooze. He'll clear this next turn. We got a card off of it. We keep our tempo on board. Let's see what happens. Had a really good life total here. That's expected. We're not worried about that. We knew that was coming at some point. Sucks that it traded there, but that's fine. We can, we'll get it back. Still in a really good spot though. As long as we can keep our health high, that's the main consideration. The other consideration, and I actually think I'm going to use this to clear this, just to make him use a resource to clear off Tomb Pillager other than Acidic Slime plus Axe. But what I was basically saying, there's two concerns when playing a warrior. One, you want to keep your life total high so that they can't Arcanite Reaper you down. That's a 5 damage weapon. That's pretty badass to close out games. 2, you want to, let's see, he played one earlier. Let's see if we still got it. I don't see it, but I think he has a card, Heroic Strike, I believe. I'll have to look it up, but I think you need to stay above 12, because if he's at 12 or lower, suddenly that does more damage. And I've seen them where they're holding both in hand, and that's 12 damage to the face. So you can see how it can get kind of out of hand when you got stuff like that and Arcanite Reapers bouncing around. So here we will Gadgetzan and prep the knife. Alright, that's pretty. So he's going to clear this with the axe, which is fine because we have another Cold Blood in hand. See, there's the card I was talking about. See, it's either 4 or 6. That's a huge difference when you're trying to stabilize against stuff like this. So that's best case scenario now, because now he has 1 card in hand, only 6 damage, and we are 11 away from winning. So let's see what we can do here.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to put as much pressure on him, forcing him to do crazy stuff. And so like in this situation, he can't clear this because he would die. So he has to find some other way other than clearing with the weapon. And that's not going to do it. You can only swing weapons once, and that's not going to do it. So episode 3, second win in the books. Give him a well played for that taunt. Appreciate everybody watching. If anybody's out there and likes what you see, I'm going to try to be producing one of these a day. So subscribe or thumb it up or just say something, because that's where I'm at right now. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Thanks guys for watching. Take care.